Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here with a piping hot beverage. Oh, that's good. I have procured from that 7-Eleven, which I am here to say, an announcement. December 2020, as of this moment, I am unveiling the fact that I have moved back to Central Florida in a little town that I will now be residing in, known as Celebration. Oh yes, and I'm inviting you to join me for this announcement. Shall you? I have gone through many different tenures and stages of my life, and here on this platform, this was not a decision that I thought I would even be making until the last couple of months. But due to 2020, due to the curveballs that life sends to toss our ways, I've decided that right here at the threshold of World Drive is where the property begins. I'll give you a small, short, very impromptu tour of the general area momentarily. I got a lot to say, a lot to state. Yes, I still do have a place in Orange County, California. That lease does not end until August. I have not decided whether I'm going to pay the penalty and cut out of there early, or if I will be coast to coast until then. I am leaning towards the latter of that. I did not buy a house. I am not renting a full-size, humongous home here. Whoa! Look at that! To quote Happy Gilmore, must be Burt Reynolds or something. I had a few different ideas about where I wanted, if I was to go back. I always stated, I am never going back. I'm never gonna live in Florida again. I do not enjoy the humidity, the heat, the bugs, the rain, the hurricanes. But here I am. It won't be too bad. Close to family, close to friends that I've had. I lived in this area for 25 years before I started making video. I'm gonna try to switch. Whoop, you're getting a, whoop, whoop, I'm blocking you. And as much as someone is honking over there, probably saying hello, it's gonna be fun living here. I contemplated a few other spots. It was on my brain to go back to St. Cloud, Florida, because I didn't really want to live in, in an apartment complex per se. I didn't want to be in a section where there was nothing I could go, walk outside and kind of meander the premises, or be within a few blocks of a downtown area. So I said, heck it, what are my options? Hello. What are my options? Thought about downtown Orlando, being near Lake Eola in that section. Then I thought about going back to St. Cloud and being in downtown St. Cloud. I love it. That is my hometown, where I resided for many, many years. I also thought about downtown Kissimmee. And then it kind of hit me. What about Celebration? What about being only a couple of miles? World Drive is only about a mile from the Archway to Walt Disney World. And that was my decision. Looked at some places, found a few that I liked, went and took a look. A few different organizations around here where they had some properties. And it happened. And that's it. So what's next on the agenda as I switch hands? What's next on the agenda? I will stay in this area until at least mid-January, then I might, this is all just kind of thinking out loud, either fly or drive back to Southern California and figure out what I'm gonna do with all my stuff out there, some of which I will probably be selling unless I just keep the place I have been renting out there and do the coast-to-coast thing. And in between that, driving back and forth, road trips aplenty, or none of this is set in stone. Another option would be to get rid of everything out there, buy stuff, I have no furniture. All I have is a backpack, a suitcase. That's all that is at my new home. So I do need to purchase some things, like some furniture, a small bed. Well, a bed. I'm tall and not thin, so it would be not a small bed, but I'll buy a bed, couches, a couple couches, maybe a TV, a Blu-ray player, because I do enjoy watching, a movie here and there when I have a little downtime, which is rare. That's about it. That's all I really need. Smaller accommodations than what I have out in Southern California. So really need to do some soul searching, some thinking, and decide with that. I am not completely 100% uprooting from there yet. But it could be pre-August, up to August. That's it. I'm going to just show you a few things. The downtown, I believe it's called Market Street, which is kind of like their Main Street USA, is just up there a little bit of a ways, not too far. There are a lot of places to stay right in Celebration. It's pretty exciting. Let's take a little walk. Classic car alert. And check out this McDonald's, very kind of Art Deco style, as is the 7-Eleven. I really like the architecture in my new neighborhood. Almost has a Hollywood type of vibe to it, doesn't it? That's kind of what I'm getting. Even though I've driven through this area many times over the years, I'm still not very familiar with it, so I'm going to be kind of learning as I go while living here. Wow, it's just amazing to even say those words. In a lot of ways, this reminds me of the town from The Truman Show, which they filmed in Seaside, Florida in the Panhandle. Kind of reminds me of that from the film. Very Truman Show-esque, quaint. This is not meant to be a tour of Celebration per se, but just more of the announcement. It'll be a kind of a learning curve. I'm just going to have to, the more time I spend here, I will know the little nooks, the crannies, the history in depth and a little more as time goes on. Oh, hello, duck. Oh, there's quite a few ducks or possible geese here in the water. Let me reiterate and be very clear. This is a work in progress. Still, we'll have a place out in Southern California. If it was not for the vast amount of movie locations that I have not completed, projects that I still have kind of rolling around not only on paper but in my mind, and Walt's Original Magic Kingdom of Disneyland, which who knows when that will open. If that was not out there, I would probably not lean towards going back as often, but rest assured, I will be in California a heck of a lot, whether or not after August or before, if I decide to get rid of that place and be full-time here in Central Florida. If Celebration does work out over the next series of months, I still will be a lot in California. You might not even notice too much of a difference in the content. It's just basically where I'm going to be laying my head and calling home. Oh dang, it looks like I'm not the only one moving to the area. Oh yes, this water tower could be almost like a beacon. It's located on the corner of US 192 and Celebration Ave. Now I recall back when my family first moved here in 1991, there was a Water Mania water park right over there, and that has since gone away. Now there's a CVS, Golden Corral, that Publix is right back over here, and they have it kind of fenced off for whatever reason. The town of Celebration, if you veer off of Highway 192, is that direction, and there is a Lynx bus system going by, which I recall many years ago I used to take the Lynx bus everywhere. So there's just a lot of nostalgia starting to kind of flood back into my mind. I have a lot of decisions to make on whether or not, you know, as stated, the Southern California spot will continue through the rest of the year. Who knows what the future holds? If I knew, I would definitely profess that. Not only in my own head, but to everyone watching. That's going to do it for today. If you're new here and you think this is a good decision, please give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me not only know that you care, but also, you know, it kind of gives me a little motivation to maybe possibly I'm making a good call in this. You know, I stated a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a video where I was kind of peppering in some ideas and a thought process of departing California with a lot of the closures, things that are happening out there. I kind of saw a little bit of writing on the wall on whether or not, for what I do for content for this channel, and as far as how active I am with always constantly going out and finding things to do and doing things, that maybe that was not the best option into early and into mid 2021. Came out here, started, you know, enjoying the holidays, and it just kind of all of a sudden just hit me. Heck it, why not? I had bounced around the idea of going to New York City, which obviously that's kind of on the same wavelength as California is right now, so just kind of toss that out the window. And Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, which are still my bucket list and retirement end goal, and I didn't want to do that now and ruin that quote-unquote retirement later in life of hopefully purchasing a house there. And I figured, you know, renting something in Central Florida would be the best option. Family here, my mom and dad are down the way, St. Cloud, Florida, which is like a maybe 15-minute drive that way. There are there's actually a toll road, see, this is I-4. I-4 is up that way. This is 192, 417, maybe 408. I have to get my bearings to get on, and I could just kind of zip over that way and then down to see my family and friends. In fact, when it comes to, you know, not only immediate family, but also uncles, cousins, nephews, the likes of that, everyone is on the East Coast. Only friends are on the West Coast, and I have quite a few of them. And when it comes to blood relatives, everyone is kind of out here. So it really is not a bad decision in my own eyes to do this. And, you know, the theme parks, Walt Disney World, there's a lot. There's Disney Springs, there's Walt Disney World proper, as far as, you know, the entire property with the 4 theme parks, the water parks, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Disney's Hollywood Studios. So there will be that, but there will also be a lot of road trips going to and fro. There probably won't be a heck of a lot of flights. I might go back one time just to like tie up some loose ends and decide what I'm going to do with the place out there. But I kind of think if I keep both spots, I could drive to and fro, back and forth, you know, and stay out there for a couple weeks, do a couple week drive back out here, stay here for a couple weeks, and go where the weather is, you know, tending to be not pleasant. Obviously, will not be a lot here. I will be on the road. Even if I don't keep the place out in Southern California, I will be on the road prominently during the summer. I will not be here in the summertime unless there is an event that is taking place that draws me back in. I do not like, I've stated this many times, I do not like the weather here in the summertime. I despise it. So that it's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. 2020 has taught me that sometimes you say you're not going to do something, and then all that changes. Never say never. Back. Kind of, it feels pretty good. Not gonna lie, it feels pretty good. I'll see you in the next video. the vlog, by the way, I will be continuing theme park content, etc. Might even do a little more detailed into my new homestead of celebration in the general vicinity, but still celebrating the holidays, Christmas, and the likes of until New Year's. The vlog is over.